Imagine a world divided, where silence masked a brewing storm. Guess the secrets of the Cold War, where nations clashed without battle cries. The moment begins after World War II, when the dust fell on the destroyed landscapes of Europe and Asia. A new type of conflict developed, one that would span continents and affect the course of history for decades. This was the Cold War, a period of tremendous ideological, political, and military confrontation between the world's two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. The Cold War originated due to deep ideological conflicts between these two powers. The United States, representing the capitalist West, advocated for democracy, free markets, and individual liberties. In contrast, the Soviet Union, representing the communist East, campaigned for state control of the economy, the abolition of private property, and the creation of a classless society. These ideological conflicts quickly escalated into a geopolitical battle for global control. The United States containment policy tried to curb the development of communism, whilst the Soviet Union sought to increase its influence and support revolution around the world. The Cold War was fought on various fronts, including proxy wars in Korea, Vietnam, and Afghanistan, as well as the space race, in which both superpowers pushed for supremacy in space research. It was also a battle of words and propaganda, with both sides attempting to win the hearts and minds of people all over the world. One of the Cold War's defining moments occurred in 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis. The Soviet Union's decision to station nuclear weapons in Cuba, mere miles from the United States shoreline, pushed the world to the verge of nuclear war. Only through lengthy diplomatic efforts did the dispute end peacefully. Despite occasional periods of détente, notably as the Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, SALT, in the 1970s, the Cold War lasted far into the 1980s. The tides didn't begin to turn until the late 1980s and early 1990s. Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev's programs of glasnost, openness, and perestroika, restructuring, marked a change toward a more cooperative engagement with the West. The Cold War ultimately ended with the collapse of the Berlin Wall in 1989 and the Soviet Union's subsequent disintegration in 1991. The once impenetrable divide between the East and the West broke down, ushering in a new phase of world politics. The legacy of the Cold War continues to shape the world today, from lingering tensions between Russia and the West to the proliferation of nuclear weapons. It stands as a stark reminder of the dangers of ideological extremism and the importance of diplomacy in resolving international conflicts. As the dust settled and the Berlin Wall fell, the Cold War ended, but its impact echoes through history. Reflect on this era of silent struggle, where the world held its breath, and ponder the lessons learned as we strive for a future of peace and cooperation.